Okay, so that I did not expect to sit in front of this webcam and talk about Kaibutsu Ojo, better known as Princess Resurrection. And the reason why I didn't expect that is because I watched the original 26 episodes a long time ago. So you may be asking yourself, why am I reviewing the manga? Well, because Kaibutsu Ojo Nightmare, which looks like it's a sequel to the original series, recently got released in 8 chapters. I just read chapter 1, and normally I review this, but certain details about Hiro's death kind of threw me off a little bit. Wait, did I miss something here? Because the episode that I watched back in the day was Hiro getting crushed by a support beam in order to save Hime. And in this case, in the manga, I'm guessing, Hiro ends up getting hit by a car and there's a lot more blood involved. And that's another thing too. It's a lot more edgy when it comes to the manga, and I guess the 3 OVAs that got released. And I'm going to mention this briefly in a minute, but so the vibes that I got, okay, this is looking like Overlord and Chrono Crusade vibes that I got when I was reading the manga compared to the anime, because there was so much different, especially in the very first initial chapters. Like in Overlord chapter 1, you actually got a scene of what the character behind Ainz and Goal looks like in the real world. We did not get in that, unless I'm mistaken, we did not get that in episode 1, so that's huge. Then, in Chrono Crusade, like certain monsters, certain details, like certain things got switched around in Chrono Crusade that did not happen in the anime. At least that's what I recall. And those are 2 of my favourite series. So, Princess Resurrection, the original 26 episodes that I saw, I thought that was it. No. I know there's 3 OVAs involved, and they're a lot more edgy. Here's the thing, okay, the original 26 episodes I watched was this, okay? I was not exposed to the OVAs, so I didn't know what to expect. I thought it was just gags. Now, I guess you can say the parts that contained in the manga, the edgy parts in the manga. However, I'm going to use exactly the same answer that someone asked me when they commented a long time ago about me reacting to early chapters of History's Strongest Disciple, Okinichi, making a claim that, oh, these chapters are already from the OVAs, the 13 OVAs that got released a while back. Yes, but you have to look at it like this, and I'll use the same example for Princess Resurrection. There's only so much you can adapt in 3 OVAs, or in this case, 13. There's 500 chapters, which I need to catch up on when it comes to Kenichi, that you cannot adapt in 13 OVAs. I'm sorry, you just can't. It's too much. And it's the same thing for Princess Resurrection. There's 3 OVAs, you cannot adapt 87 chapters. It's not going to happen, at least not properly. So when I read chapter 1, the original series, I was like, oh, okay. So certain things that they're similar, but the details are way different from what I remember. So for the most part, like I said, Hiro getting saved by Hime, that's pretty much set in stone. That's how it happened. However, the details are different. Like, the way that Hime saves Hiro's life is by giving him a drop of her blood. That was so much edgier than I saw, with a drop of life in the Princess Resurrection in the very first episode. That, to me, maybe not to anybody else, but to me. So to me, this is new. So that's why I'm making this video. Like, obviously, Riza, or Liza's dad, ends up trying to attack Hime. Hime going ham, taking care of the werewolf father, pretty much, and then going after Riza's dad, right? Hime with her back against the wall. Hiro steps in after walking away from the hospital, but ends up getting killed. Well, half immortal, pretty much, because it's pretty much when you take the drop of blood from the royal princess Hime, you pretty much are half immortal. So stabbing right through the eye, right through the face, brutal as fuck. I guess it did get seen. I went back and I watched the very first OVA. It's very brief. It's like 4 minutes, and then it goes into another story entirely. And that's what I mean. You cannot adapt the entirety of a chapter 1 on OVA and expect to do the same for the rest. With 2 OVAs left, it's not going to happen. Yeah, and certain details like Riza and Riri not getting introduced. Like, they got introduced in the original source, but I haven't got to that point yet in the manga. And in the OVAs, they're clearly subordinates of Hime, and I'm like, wait, there's got to be a time skip here because certain details are not being told, and that's what I mean. You can't perfectly adapt it in 3 OVAs and expect it to make sense. So that's why I'm making a video for the manga. These 2 chapters I just read, it kind of threw me off way out of whack. That I did not expect this. This is not the same series that I watched back in the day. Too naive to think that way. But either way, it gives me a new reason to reread a journey that I watched long ago. And to me, that's more exciting than anything else. New details come to life that I didn't know existed before. And it's the same, like I said, the same thing for Chrono Crusade. One of my favorite series of all time. Overlord in the manga, obviously the anime went way ahead of the manga. I don't know what happened there, because remember last year they decided to input 2 seasons in one full calendar year. I don't know too many seasons that would have done that, and I asked the question when I reviewed the manga: did that hurt or did it help the series from an adaptation standpoint? Again, that's why I'm throwing this video out there. So not much more to add to that other than that. I'm going to go through the manga and maybe certain details on the way that I see different. I'm probably going to make a video or a review in future, and maybe stuff that I find out turns out to be new details that I didn't know before. I'm probably going to make a review about it, just like I do for Chrono Crusade and Overlord. That's pretty much it for this. I'm definitely going to do a review when it comes to the sequel, Princess Resurrection Nightmare. 8 chapters to catch up to, but I'll make a separate review about that. But I just want to get my thoughts on that. So that's going to do it for the guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video if you did. Subscribe to the channel for more. Catch you guys later. Thanks, guys.